Hey there, welcome to day 107 of our Let's Grow Annual Challenge. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, and today we are talking about physical growth like we are this entire month, and our specific topic today is nutrition. We talked about supplements yesterday and what you need to fill in the blanks. Today we're going to talk about your overarching consumption program in terms of nutrition. Now, we all need a few building blocks when it comes to nutrition. All human bodies do. But the most important thing to remember, just like yesterday, is you have to test and tweak and continually improve and select and do what's right for you. Because what's right for me is different than what's right for even everybody else in my own family. We have to customize an eating plan that works for us, or a consumption plan that works for us, that gives us the best possible chance of having all the building blocks we need to have a strong physical body that's growing in the direction that we want it to grow. In Guide 2, of course, is a write-up about this done by ChatGPT, which I read it today and I'm like, I got to change the voice or the way it writes, because it doesn't write like I do at all. It's the point of using an AI is to get it to help you with some things. And it gives me some information, but it definitely is not my tone of voice when it comes to writing. But it does talk about and give us ideas of building blocks to incorporate protein, carbohydrates, essential fats, and for cellular growth, protein for muscle regeneration and for muscle growth. If we don't have enough protein, and most people, at least in America, unless they're bodybuilders or very conscientious eaters, do not get enough protein. We get a lot of food-like substances nowadays, since we don't, grow and hunt and gather our own food anymore, and it's so readily available. We make choices that aren't necessarily in our best interest most of the time. We can all choose to eat what we want some of the time, but we should consciously choose things that are helping us, not harming us. And there's a lot of things in our environment and in our food sources that are actually harming us. So we want to be aware of that and make, actual choices about what we do and do not consume. We want to, like I said yesterday, we want to have a customized program of eating that is best for us. Again, we're all going to have ways, there's all kinds of strategies too nowadays. There's intermittent fasting. There's all different types of diets. Most of them are okay short-term, but they're not a long-term solution. As I've gotten older, have come to believe that we need to come up with a lifelong lifestyle eating plan that supports us and the lifestyle that we want to live. And that means a customized plan just for you. Just like I need a customized plan just for me. And I have certain things that I do every day because I know there are some days that I talked about this with supplementation. There are some days I know that I'm going to be super busy or traveling or something's going to happen that messes up my usual routine, because that's life. Every day is something different. So I have a couple of things that I do to customize my health to make sure that I'm getting what I need most days, no matter what happens, because sometimes we don't know what's going to happen. Think COVID pandemic, right? There were a whole lot of things that we didn't have access to and couldn't do during the pandemic. If your lifestyle revolved around eating out, you were in trouble when the pandemic hit in most circumstances, because a lot of the favorite places that you went to were closed. And not only closed, but it took them a little bit of time to ramp up and embrace the idea of curbside pickup and delivery. All right, so what are we doing today for our action item? Number one, I want you to think about this. I want you to honestly rate your current level of nutrition, meaning, are you getting enough protein? Are you getting enough essential fats? Are you getting enough carbohydrates to energize and keep you moving every single day? Some days we do, some days we don't. Vast majority of people, I think, use caffeine, energy drinks, and things to keep them going, which is not a long-term sustainable strategy if we want to live a healthy, energized life. So on a scale of 1 to 10, rate yourself right now on your nutrition. Like, I have a nephew who is an incredibly healthy eater, and he's made it habits. So his eating style is customized toward him, and it supports him. And he's probably one of the healthiest people that I know. And I have other relatives that eat terribly, and they're not particularly healthy. There's a direct link between what we consume, how we consume it, and our physical health and well-being. I'm not going to go into detail on that. It's up to you, depending on your current situation, to look into and find out what you need to know about that. That's what I've had to do. That's what everyone has to do. Hint, that's what we have to do in every area and aspect of our life. Our life is up to us to manage and be responsible for and figure out and make the right choices for us. So scale of 1 to 10, 1 being pretty bad. I don't think about it. I don't do anything. I don't really have necessarily good habits about nutrition and what I consume. 10 being I'm awesome. I've got a totally customized plan that works for me, and I review it and I change it as necessary based on life changes and lifestyle changes and things to create the life and the health and the energy that I want to have going forward in my life and right now and going forward in my life. So scale of 1 to 10, where did I put myself? I put myself on about a 6 or a 7 because I think I'm better than average when it comes to the choices I make, but I also think I still have a couple of bad habits that I could improve. But overall, maybe even an 8. I guess I'd probably say an 8, 7 to 8, because I do consciously think about and improve the things that I consume. As far as having a customized plan from professionals, because you can go and you can get a health assessment nowadays and find out exactly what you and your body needs in order to have your hormones and your systems all balanced and things. I think it's under $1,000. Probably most places that charge for it, it's like $800 to $1,000 to get this workup. And then I just have never gone to do it. Probably because I don't want to know how messed up my system actually is after years and decades of yo-yo dieting and things and health challenges. All right, that's all I've got today. Any questions, hit me up. Otherwise, have a fantastic day. Think about your nutrition. Just share your number below. And you know what? There are times in my life when I was like a 2 or a 3, right? I was probably doing too much partying and eating really bad food in college. So that would be a really, as far as nutrition went, that'd probably be a 2 or a 3, right? The stuff they used to feed you in college, and it's probably different nowadays because it's been decades, was not very good for us. It was calorie laden, it was fatty, it was high in carbohydrates. And so we got a lot of what we didn't need and not enough of what we did need, especially again, based on the choices that we made. And most of us in college weren't making awesome food choices. At least my friend group wasn't. All right. Have an awesome day. I'll of course be with you tomorrow.